What's up, y'all? This is Eno. I'm doing a video response for MrGuns4Life. He posted a video a little while ago requesting some feedback, suggestions, thoughts about what his next gun purchase should be, and he expressed an interest in the Glock 19. So I thought I'd whip out my Glock 19 and my M&P 9mm by Smith & Wesson and give you my thoughts about them real quick. I've done videos on both of them, so a lot of this will probably be just rehash of what I've already said, but I've never put this gun and this gun directly up against each other, so I'm kind of interested to do this. Thanks a lot, MrGuns4Life, for inspiring this particular video, and I hope your channel gets up and running pretty soon with some nice gun videos. I, for one, will be watching. So big shout out there. I wish you the best of luck. I expressed an interest in the Glock 19. You know, when it comes to concealed carry, you know, Glock, any Glock for that matter, is always a popular choice, and especially the smaller Glocks like the 40 calibers and the 9mm. Definitely some popular choices for concealed carry. The Glock 19, in my opinion, is the perfect balance of size and controllability. The Glock 26, a little bit smaller version of the Glock 19, you know, some people are attracted to that because of the size, but you know, as far as the controllability of the gun, you definitely gain a lot more control with the 19 or the 23 for that matter, and you're not really sacrificing too much as far as power, and also the the Glock 26 is not any narrower than the Glock 19, so you're not getting any smaller as far as kind of you're up against the skin feel, you know, if you're carrying under the belt or whatnot. The Glock 19 is a very popular choice for concealed carry, and I don't think you can really go wrong there. A good counterpoint to that, in my opinion, is the Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm. Slightly bigger than the Glock 19, but brings a couple of cool features to the table. One, it just kind of looks like a cool gun. I kind of like the look of it a little bit more. Feels really good. That ergonomic grip, in my opinion, feels really good in the hand. I'm using the large back strap there, and I get a good fit and feel with the gun. Again, fit and feel should be, you know, probably one of the most important things to consider when buying a gun. If you have the ability to rent the guns and to shoot them before you buy, that's definitely a good way to go, just so you get you know, some experience with how the guns are shooting for you. And you know, I found that the M&P felt really good in my hand. It's the reason why I bought it. But the Glock 19 feels really good too. The addition of the Talon grip on the Glock 19, in my opinion, really added a whole new dimension as far as fit and feel goes. The other thing that you have to take into consideration for concealed carry is just the availability of stuff to allow you to carry the weapon more efficiently and the way that you want to. In my opinion, the Glocks really do kind of lead the pack as far as that's concerned. Not that there isn't a lot of accessories and holsters and things like that available for the M&Ps, there definitely is, but it's definitely easier to find stuff for the Glocks, especially where I live. All that kind of depends on the particular stores that stock stuff around you, but I find that the availability and in-stock items that most of the stores around me have tend to prefer, or excuse me, tend to favor the Glock as far as selection of accessories and holsters than, for instance, like the M&P or an XDM or something like that. For that reason, you know, that might be a tipping point for you too. It's easier to find holsters for it, in my opinion. It's easier to find magazines for it, in my opinion. It's easier to find accessories for it and stuff like that, just because I think there's more people out there that are shooting Glocks than pretty much probably any other gun when it comes to these types of guns. So especially a Glock 19, which is a wildly popular gun, there's not a gun store or anything around that I'm aware of that doesn't have a lot of stuff in stock for a Glock 19. M&P, a little bit tougher to find some stuff for it. For instance, I was recently on the market for a holster, had a specific brand and type of holster I was looking for. I wound up having to order it on the internet because I couldn't find it at my local stores. Similar story here. Wanted a specific type of holster for my Glock 19, walked into my local gun store, bought it, walked back out. They had it in stock. So that's definitely something you want to take in consideration when it comes to concealed carry. In my opinion, a little bit more stuff and a little bit better availability of stuff at your local stores when it comes to the Glock 19. The one thing that I also will point out with the Glock 19 is, Glock is really known for its reliability and simple ease of use. One issue I had, which I pointed out in my first impression video for this gun, is that I did experience a stovepipe malfunction in about the first 100 rounds I sent through this gun. I do know other people that had that problem too, and I've seen some other reviews on YouTube of some other people experiencing some early malfunctions with the gun. I think a lot of this has to do with that dual spring that's being used in the Gen 4s. This spring, in my opinion, is probably just a little bit too strong. That's not a bad thing, I guess, but I think it has to be broken in first. And if you're going to have a gun for concealed carry, it's definitely going to want to be something that's reliable. And in my opinion, Glock 19 is not reliable right out of the box. You might have a malfunction like I experienced with it. So from that standpoint, I highly suggest putting a good couple hundred rounds, maybe even excess of 300 to 500 rounds through the gun before I'd really even consider carrying it for concealed carry. I don't have any problems carrying it for concealed carry now because I think I've gone through that breaking in process with the gun and I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. But finding an ammunition that you're comfortable with, that functions well in the gun, and breaking in that spring a little bit, I think are very important things to do with a Glock 19, especially these Gen 4s. Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm, never had a problem. Every single round of ammunition I've ever put through this gun functioned flawlessly. Never had a problem. Again, I'll say it again, little bit bigger package with the Smith & Wesson, but a very good feeling gun, shoots very well, and I would definitely have no problems concealed carrying that. The other thing I will say too, the Gen 4s with this mag release button, that's something that I really like with the Gen 4s versus the previous generations. If you have any combat training, combat shooting training or concealed carry training, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll teach you to release the magazine with your free hand and not to do it with the thumb on your shooting hand. The logic behind that being is in order to drop the mag, you have to drop your thumb, you have to loosen your grip on the gun, and a lot of times you'll come off target or you'll twist the gun slightly in order to do that. If you do it with the other hand, you can come on, shoot your gun, come back, drop the mag, you keep the gun on target, and you're not shifting the gun back and forth. And a lot of combat training, they'll teach you to release your mag and load another mag with your free hand. This mag release button on the new Gen 4s is a lot bigger than it was on the previous generations, and in my opinion a little bit bigger and easier to hit than the M&P. Again, it's all what you train yourself on and what you become accustomed to, but from that standpoint I do like the mag release on the Glock 19 a little bit better than the M&P. So that's my suggestion. In my opinion, I think you can't go wrong with the Glock 19. You expressed an interest in that. Hey man, I think you should run with it. Hope to see some videos of it pretty soon. Hope to see some more coming from your channel. I'll be watching. Good luck, man.